We'll just wait for a few people to come. Look how hard that looks, but it's really not. It's very fluid. Got to give it a stir. See? See? Oh, wow. Good morning, folks. I am going to make soap right from start to finish. That means pouring all my oils, melting my oils, adding all my additives. And I'm going to show you how I made my recipe. I made my own recipe because I don't like how olive oil turns my batters really yellow. So I'm going to be using a very light colored oil called canola, which everyone's familiar. Hi, Britt. Good morning. And I'm making, of course, coffee soap today. Well, this one anyways. And if I have time, I'd like to make a cherry almond soap or maybe my Santa soap. We'll see. Right now, I'm just stirring up the organic coconut milk that I have because I want to add this to my stuff, to my soaps, because coconut always hardens your bar, but it lathers up really nice. Hi, Hazel. How are you guys? Okay, I think that's mixed up pretty good, and I'm going to grab some gloves, some goggles, because we're going to be making our lye solution. Now, I went on to SoapCal, and it's a free program. You just type in soap calculator, or soap calc, whatever you want to call it, and punch in the amount of ounces of oils that you need for, or actually the amount of ounces that you need for your mold. So my mold holds 33 ounces. So I just typed in 33 ounces and it gave me a percentage of all the breakdown of when I added, like you add all your own oil. So to mine, I'm going to add coconut oil, canola oil, palm oil, shea butter, castor oil, avocado oil, and cocoa butter. These are all things that I chose to add. Like you can add any kind of. I'm glad you're here, Hazel, and welcome from Australia. So yeah, you can add whatever oils you want. Coconut oil is got to be your main ingredient because that is what hardens your bar. That really helps it to harden. And it also lathers up really nicely. So when you do this soap calculator, in the bottom, it's called soap bar quality. So when you punch in all, like I added coconut oil and I needed 35% coconut oil, it gives me the ounces that I need to add for the coconut oil. So I need to add 11.55 ounces of coconut oil. The canola oil is also 35%, but that's a liquid oil. That one I also have to add 11.55. The palm oil, I only want 8%. The shea butter, I only wanted 7%. Castor oil, avocado, and cocoa butter are all 5%. You have to make your total reach 100%. You can't go over and you can't go under, or the calculator is not going to work for you. So all of these percentages here, in this one here, see all my percentages have to total 100 in order for it to calculate your amounts that you need to make for your 33 ounces, which is the size of my mold. Okay, so it does all of that for you. It also tells you how much lye and how much water you need to add. So if you go up here, you'll see it says lye, NaOH, and it tells me over here I need to have 4.83 ounces of lye to 8.96 ounces of water. Now, a lot of people like to super fat their soaps. Super fat is any oil that you want to use. It's in addition to what your calculator tells you what you need, the amount of oils you need for that amount of lye. So if I chose to only have a 3% super fat. Normally people will go with a 5%, but 3% is kind of in the middle, and I really don't want my soap to be soft. So the more super fat you add, there's no lye to harden that. So I chose a 3% fat. So a super fat, I'm going to use maybe some avocado oil. I could use sweet almond oil, but I don't want to use any sweet almond oil because my granddaughter is allergic to nuts, and sweet almond oil is just not going to be a good thing to use if somebody's allergic to any kind of nuts. So I chose to dismiss all of sweet almond oils out of all of my soaps. The ones that I've previously made all contained almond oil, but this particular one, from now on, I printed this off, I laminated it, because this is going to be my normal batch I'm always going to use. I'm not going to use olive oil anymore because I don't like how it yellows. And when you use titanium dioxide in your soap, which will whiten your soap, try to whiten it. But when it's super yellow, it's hard. You get a creamy colored soap. So titanium dioxide will cause glycerin rivers in your soap. It's not a bad thing, but some people just don't like the looks of the glycerin rivers. So far, the only thing I've ever got glycerin rivers in is my soap toppings, because I've used so much titanium dioxide in it. The more you use, and it also accelerates your soap. So if you're using titanium dioxide, it's going to accelerate, and it does cause glycerin rivers. And the more you use, the more chance it's going to cause your soap to heat up a lot. So I want to back away from using a lot of titanium dioxide. If I can avoid it at all, I will. So I chose these oils. I've never made this recipe, but I'm pretty sure it's good because I go down to soap bark quality. And in the soap bark quality, it gives you a range, and it tells you your hardness of what I chose for all my oils. My hardness, they want you to have a range between 29 and 54 minus 41. So that is super awesome. Cleansing, they want you to have 12 to 22, mine's 24. So mine will be even more cleansing. Conditioning, 44 to 69, mine's 53. Bubbly, 14 to 46, mine's 28. So if you stay within these ranges, creamy, 16 to 48, mine's 22. Iodine, 41 to 70, mine is 61. And INS is 136 to 165, and mine's 147. So I stayed within all of this important part here, this range. And the hardness is really important because, without cocoa butter, you're going to be dealing with a lot of soft soap. So that's basically all you do. It also tells you how much fragrance oil you can use. Mine says 1.03 ounces, but my other recipe for the same amount of stuff says 2.4 ounces. So I'm going to stick with the 2.4 because I don't want to add only 1 ounce of fragrance and then have 6 weeks later when my soap's cured, it doesn't smell anymore. So yeah, I'm not going to do that. So I stuck with a 35% lye concentration, and that is what Royalty Soaps, who is Katie Carson, her recipe is what I basically followed, except I added my own things in here, but I stayed with her ratio. So I stayed with her 35% coconut, her 35% either olive or canola oil, and I stayed with her 35% lye concentration. You could do water discounts to harden your bar even more, but I don't want to take that chance because my hardening at 41 is pretty good. I don't really need to add that. So for 3% super fat, I'm going to just weigh out a little bit of avocado and add that in. I don't want to soften my bar in any way, shape, or form. It also gives you the lauric, the mistristic, all the specifics here. So this soap calculator will give it to you in pounds, ounces, or grams. All you need to do is put your percent in. And that's what's really, really confusing to people. They're like, well, what's 35% mean? Well, when you type it into the soap calculator, it tells you you need either 7.722 pounds or 327.44 grams. So it gives it to you all in pounds, ounces, and grams. It's super awesome because the UK can use this. We're metric, they're metric. So this works out absolutely perfect. But I know I'm metric, but I like to stick with the ounces. I grew up with ounces and I just can't get ounces out of my head. So that's what we're going to use today. We're going to try my recipe, see how it works out tomorrow. We'll find out if my soap hardens. That's going to be a nightmare if it don't. I do have one soap that I made a couple weeks ago that has not hardened. And I don't know why. I used the soap recipe, the soap from Katie Carson with the olive oil, but the soap did not harden. And it's kind of soft. I can squish it in my hand. So that really sucks. So we're going to start right from scratch now. I'm going to actually do something a little different today. I'm going to melt my oils with my lye water solution. Yeah, Hazel, it's not really that scientific. It's really easy. Like if you go to anybody's soaping channel, below their soaping channel, they have a recipe. And 90% of their recipes are all in percentages. So they say castor oil, 10%, blah, blah, blah. All you do is go into your soap calculator, put in your coconut oil, put that in. It gives you, okay, I'll tell you a secret. How to get your amount of weight that you need for your molds. It's super easy. You take this mold. Here's your mold. You take your mold. You put this on a kitchen scale. And, well, I pick ounces because I'm an ounce person. You fill this up with water. And that tells you exactly how many ounces you need to fill your mold. So you punch in, first of all, that's the first thing you have to do is the total weight of your soap that you need to be in your mold. So mine's 33 ounces. That's how much this holds without overflowing it. And I do overflow it because I add embeds in it. So, and then you just basically it does all the work for you. Just punch in what oils you want to use and the percentage amount you want to use. And it does all the work for you. Keep in mind when you look at your soap bar quality, keep checking your range. So if you're adding something in there, check the range and make sure that this range stays within here. I know my cleansing is 24. It's probably one of my cocoa butter that not most people add cocoa butter and shea butter and palm oil and all these hard butters. I'm adding all these hard butters. Probably not everyone uses those. So I think I'm going to have a super sweet recipe. I think this is going to be very cleansing, soapy, lathery, you know what I mean? Creamy. It's going to be a nice soap and we will do a test on it. So first of all, what you want to do is weigh out your hard butters. So we're going to do that first. And I'm going to put my recipe over here and I'll tell you what I'm using and how much I'm using according to my soap cal recipe. We'll see how that works. So first of all, let's get our scale. And let's get our bowl. Let's turn our scale on. What the heck is on my scale? Okay, so what you do is you put your bowl on the scale and you're going to have to tear your bowl out because it says 54 ounces. So you just hit the tear and zero out your scale. So it's completely zeroed out. Now, according to my recipe, I need 11.55 ounces of coconut oil. So let me grab my coconut oil here, and I have it in bulk. I buy this from a store called Windy Point, and it's in Canada, so I don't have to pay any US dollars or US shipping. It's actually free shipping. So all you do is take your hard butters and you dump them in there until you have 11 point. I got a long ways to go. This is the most hardest one is the coconut. We're at 9.63. We are at 10.86 and I need 11.55. So now I'm just going to start adding in little pieces. just to bring it to 11.55. And I want to be precise. You want to be precise with your oils and your lye solution. 5.3. 5.7. So I put too much in. I'll take a little bit off. I want to be exactly precise. Oh, scale, don't do that. Now it's saying, now it's dropping down. I don't know. 4, 6. Now it wants more. 5. 5.3. And it's back to saying 5.7. No, now it's saying 5.3. Make up your mind, scale. I don't think this is the greatest scale. Let's take a little more. Okay, why are you doing this? Still reading 5.3. Still reading 5.3. Something wrong with this? Okay, let's have a look. Now it's saying 11.82. Wow, this scale sucks balls. Five, 3. 5.5. Okay. Oops. 5.4. I don't know. My scale doesn't want to work for me. What the heck's going on? Like it's giving me different measurements every time. 11.61. All right, there. Finally. Okay, so now I'm going to tear that off. Wow, that was a nightmare. Okay, now it's at 0. Now my next hard butter is palm oil, and I need 8%, which is 2.64 ounces of palm. And I'm using palm kernel oil. Where's my spoon that I had? Oh, I left it in my coconut milk. Right. Yep, I did. Okay, now tear that off again. So I need 2.64 ounces. Why is this doing this? Come on. Here we go. So, what? Jeez. Oh my God, it keeps saying -4. Why? Brambleberry scales are just awesome. Okay, so let's just start over again. Turn this stupid scale off. I don't know what its problem is. There we go. All right, now I'm going to add in palm kernel oil. Oh, God. There's 99. These are hard butters. I need 2.64, so I need a little bit more. $2.57. 2.75, that's too much. $2.64, perfect. So now we'll tear that out and we're going to add shea butter. And that one I need 2.31 ounces. That one's only 7%. I chose to only have 7 in that of shea butter. I need to quit leaving these spoons in here. Okay. So shea butter, zero it out. .9. .31. 2.19. 26. 36. 33. That's perfect enough. All right. Now, one more hard butter I have is cocoa butter. And I'm using refined and deodorized cocoa butter. Yeah. Okay, so let's get that off of me. Now, so this is my cocoa butter. That's how it comes to you. I just don't want to have oil on everything I touch. Okay, so I'll get my spoon out of there for now. Let's try cocoa butter. I need 1.65 ounces. I don't need a whole lot of cocoa butter. I just got to try and find pieces I can break with my hands. This stuff is hard as a rock. 1.65. I'm going to try that. 48. $1.76. That's too much. I'll break off a little piece. 1.55. 1.66. I'm going to leave it at that. Very, very minimal. Okay, so that's it for my hard butters. So we have coconut, palm, shea, and cocoa butter in here. So this is my hard oils. That's it. Now what I'm going to do is get my mask on because I want to mix my lye and add my lye to that. Well, actually, no, I want to mix my liquid oils first because I'm scared of it's going to accelerate once I add the lye to it. All right, so restart my scale. We're going to mix our liquid oils, put that container on and tear that out. So the most I'm going to use is 35% of canola oil, which is 11.55 ounces. And I'm just using regular Walmart brand canola oil. If I could get it open. Here we go. So we need 11.55. Oh, scam. 11.53. And that's too much. 11.61. We want 11.55. Put it back. I don't think this scale has a 5 on that end because it jumps from 3 to 7 all the time. Yeah, it doesn't go to 5. So we're just going to leave it at that. Now, tear that out. And we are going to add our next liquid, which is castor oil. We need 1.65 ounces of castor oil. And where's my castor? Right here. And I need to break the seal. Not very good at breaking seals. Let's use a pair of scissors here just to get it going. Okay. Tearing that. Adding castor oil, we need 1.65. There we go. And we will tear that out. And we need avocado oil. We need 1.65 as well. So this is my avocado oil. And it's from Windy Point as well. There we go. And I think that's it. We've got all our oils now. So this is the ones we don't have to melt. And these are the ones we do melt. And to my oils here, I'm going to add 2 ounces of coconut butter or coconut milk. And I'm going to reduce my water by 2 ounces because I'm going to use coconut milk. So let's use 2 ounces of coconut milk. And I'm going to add it to my liquid oils. There we go. Good enough. And I'm also going to add some kale and clay to that as well, since we've got it there. I want to prep everything in case my soap accelerates. So to this, I'm just probably going to add 2 heaping tablespoons of kale and clay. And then I'm just going to let this sit off to the side while we mix our lye. So I am going to wear a mask for this, and I got a fan going because you need a ventilated area. Normally I do this outside, but I can't take my camera outside. Hi, Tracy. How are you? Yes, Hazel, they will be amazing. Amazing. Okay, so let's start our scale fresh, since this one's not a cooperative one. So we got to tear out our jar, and we got to add our distilled water. Now, for the distilled water, I have to add 8.96 ounces, but I have to subtract 2 ounces because I put the coconut milk in. So we're going to do 6.96 Whoops. This is a brand new bottle. I want my open bottle. 6.96. So let's get this in here. Tear it. 6.96 ounces. Went way over. Ha! 6.95. How do you get any better than that? I'll just put one little drop. Oh, that's too much. Nine five. Oh, this scale's annoying. I think I'm going to go back to my old scale. This one from Brambleberry sucks. I don't like it at all. It doesn't give you a true reading. There we go. I'm leaving it at that. Okay, so set that off to the side. Now I'm going to mix my lye, and I'm going to tear that out. And I buy my lye in this big tub. I got to get the lid off. So I need, for my lye, I need 4.83 ounces. Tear that again. Got to measure it quite precise. Pour 4.83 right on the nose. Done something right for once. I want to seal this so there's no accident of it spilling over. There we go. It's good and sealed. All right. Got all that done. So for now, I'm just going to set the lye and the water off to the side for a minute. I'm going to wipe up any excess lye that got spilt, because I do not want to get this on my arm or hand or anything, because it's too dangerous. And we're going to grind up some coffee. I have my little coffee grinder, so I'm going to make some coffee grinds to add to my, I'm making my two fragrances I'm going to mix together is French vanilla coffee and fresh brewed coffee. These two I'm going to mix together. And I have to put a vanilla stabilizer in it for cold processed soap. So let's grind up our coffee beans. These ones are, what did I say these were, Jeff? I already forget what they're called. Anyway, they're not normal. They're cocoa cherry something. I bet you they smell divine. Okay, so we've got our coffee ground up. We'll put it in the lid. Ooh, it smells so good. Wow. And this I'm going to put into our soap. I saved some coffee beans for the top of my soap, of course. And we'll just sit you off to the side now. We're done, and I want to unplug it. So that's, oh my gosh, you should smell this. So this is not only going to be cleansing bar soap, it's got that in it, which will help clear. Okay, so time for the mask. Protection. Hard to breathe in this thing. It's so tight on my face. All right, so let's slowly add our lye to our water and stir it. It's going to become very hot. And you can see it's really cloudy. And I'm just going to get it all in there. I'm going to tilt. Whoa, that's hot. Tilt that a little bit to get that lye off my spoon. There we go. And I'm going to just stir it and stir it and stir it till it's all dissolved. Get every little piece out. I think it's good and dissolved. Now you're going to dump it into your oils, and you're going to melt your oils. And this is going to make your life so much easier. And I already like the color of these oils. Ooh. Okay, I can breathe now. The worst part's over. The lye is added to the oil now. It's not so dangerous. Just let this kind of melt your oils down, and then we will add all our yummies oils to this. Then we'll have a nice, beautiful color soap. So Jeff, can you come and get these lye things and put them in the sink with hot water so that nobody gets hurt from them? So you see how that hot melts all of the butters. Now the cocoa butter, it's going to take a bit to melt. Here, you're safe. Just grab the top, not the bottom, up there, because it's hot. Yep. All right, thank you. I just don't have the room for all this stuff, so. So actually, I'm going to pile all my stuff on the floor here, because if we make another bar of soap, we're not going to do it this way. Because well, I could, because the cherry almond is only going to be one color. It's going to be white with red embeds. I already made the red embeds. Actually, I'm making 4 soaps today. Don't know if I could do them all live unless you guys want me to. But I'm making cherry almond, sweet cinnamon pumpkin, peppermint bark, and the coffee one. So there's my 4 soaps. And you can see it's slowly melting down my oils. The cocoa butter is hard, is what you see that's not melted yet. It takes a little bit longer. It's a harder butter. But it's a nice color. I love it. So we'll just let these melt. And let's get our fragrance measured out and put some vanilla stabilizer in it. Well, I don't know. Maybe I won't put vanilla stabilizer in it because I am making a light brown soap. A nice light brown swirl soap. I want to wipe this scale off because it's got a wee bit of lye on it, the powdered granulars. And I just want to keep things safe here. All right. Good enough. Okay, so these are melting up beautifully. Quite pleased with that. Let's get our fragrance oil. And you should always put your fragrance oil in a jar or a Science really good container because they melt. Okay, so that in, tear that off, and I'm going to use 2.4 ounces. So I want 1.2 of each. Geez, make up your mind. There we go. And that's kind of dripping. Oh, I love the smell of that. And fresh French vanilla coffee. So let's tear that out. Put 1.2 of this. Here we go. Okay. We've got our coffee stuff ready. So I'm going to just buzz this now down with my stick blender. Break up whatever lumps are in there. Love it. So I'm going to add, okay, what's going on here? Oh, I see. My cord is caught around my heat gun. There we go. I'm going to add my colorant to that. No, actually, I want to divide it off. I just want to add a dark brown and a light brown. So I'm going to, those are mixed up quite well. And I don't know if the fragrance oil is going to accelerate my batter or what's going to happen. But let's get these mixed because I have kale and clay in there. And coconut milk. Okay, now I can add my soft oils to this batter. So I don't find this as yellow as that last batter I did. Oh God, I hated that. How yellow that olive oil made. And I used a good grade olive oil too when I made that. So not too pleasing. All right. I want to clean this out because I'm just going to reuse this to add my, divide my batters up. So look at how pretty this is. Just going to bring it to emulsion. Oh, I love the smell of this coffee. It smells incredibly well. Okay, I think that's good. Actually, let me get some paper towel here. I want to kind of keep my work surface a little neat. That's a good thing to get used to. Okay, got paper towel. Sit it on there. Now I'm going to put a little bit of my batter in here. And we're going to make a light brown and a dark brown. So let's add our fragrance oil. Most of it to there. A little bit in there. And the rest in there. We're good. There we go. So I hope it doesn't accelerate trace. But it don't matter. I don't care if it does. Because I'm going to be dumping this in a mold pretty quick anyway. Okay. So let's add our mica. So I'm using a dark cinnamon called mica. And where's my spoon? Where are you, spoon? Oh, right here. So I'm going to add a big heaping one there and one in there, but this has got way more batter in it. Just to change up the color a little. Want one darker and one lighter. Okay. Smells like coffee. They both seem pretty dark. So I think I will add maybe I will add a bit of titanium dioxide in it, just a little bit to lighten it, that's all. But I do got to mix this. I tried to avoid it, but I just can't. I have beads in here to mix this up. So we'll just add a wee bit just to lighten up the color. Now that is really thin batter. That's not quite light enough for me. Yeah, I want that way lighter. But I don't want to add any more watered down titanium dioxide because I don't want to thin out my batter. So I think I just add a little bit of the oil one to the batter. I need it to be a thicker consistency because if I add the coffee grinds to it, I don't want them to sink to the bottom. I probably might want to mix this in a wee bit of oil. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. And call that my super fat oil. Yep. Yeah, it's still pretty thin. And this one, starting to thicken up. I want this one to stay dark. So let's use a little bit of avocado oil to mix our titanium dioxide. So it gets all the granulars get mixed up. I don't want too much oil, so I'm going to take a little bit of this oil. And this is starting to thicken up as well. I just want these to be I want all those granulars dissolved. Okay, so I'm going to add this to here. Oh, geez. Shouldn't have made that in there. Okay. Let's hope that worked. Oh, it's thickening up. Beautiful. There we go. Yay! I need to find that now. Good on that. And it's really starting to thicken up beautifully. Where is my... Oh, yeah. Beautiful. Oh, my God, I love the smell. It smells just like coffee. Like I just made a fresh coffee. Which reminds me, Jeff didn't bring me a fresh coffee. I'm going to take that out for a minute. And I'm going to give this a little hand stir. And make sure everything is incorporated off the sides. I can still see titanium powder in that. But it don't hurt. But I can tell my soap is fine. But I still see particles of titanium dioxide, and I'm going to give that a little bit more of a buzz. Get rid of that. Right here. Oh. Okay. All right. That's looking pretty good. What do you guys think? Consistency is beautiful. Ooh. That splashed up in my face. And I'm wiping it off because it is raw soap. Okay. I'm wiping it off right away. Okay. Ooh, that's nice. Love it. Okay. Now I'm going to add the coffee grinds to the lighter colored. And now we know our coffee grinds. Oh, shoot. I wanted to save some for the top. Dumb. I'm going to grab a bit to sprinkle on the top. Not a lot. I don't need a lot. Oh my gosh, that smells so good. Now we can put this in our mold. As soon as I get that all incorporated. And how is this? Pretty thick. Okay. So let's get this poured in. Oh my gosh, this smells so good. So when your soap is this thick, your batter is this thick, you know that your coffee grinds will stay suspended in the soap. It won't sink to the bottom. If you use a too fluid of a batter, all your embeds and everything will just sink to the bottom. You don't want that. We don't want that. No, we don't. We don't want it. Give this a little stir. And then I'm going to try to pour this from a very high up. So it goes to the bottom. Looks like chocolate. And then I'm going to give this a stir. That's all I'm going to do to that. Wipe this off, of course. Thank you. Okay. I'm going to bang it and bang it and bang it. Now I'm going to scrape off all my bowls. Scrape out every little ounce. I love how the texture of my soap is, believe me. And using the one I did, where you just melt your hard butters with your lye solution. I think that is awesome. I've seen a lot of ladies do that on in their soaps. So, and I think this oil's all blended really well together. I love it. I am going to texture the top and put coffee beans and some coffee grinds on it. Nothing too spectacular for a coffee soap. I'm not going to make a frosting. So you can see the 33 ounces worked out perfectly. 33 ounces of oils plus your lye water, which is another 9 ounces. So try to scrape as much as I can out. My gosh, this smells good, guys. I wish you could smell this. And we'll get it all in there. So you can see it's nice and high, but I'm going to let it sit for a bit, and then we'll give it some top decorating. Get all of this off my hands. Clean up my hands. Put this over here for a minute, because I will have to go wash my equipment to make my next bar soap. But I'm going to use Soap Calculator and show you guys how to make, how I can get the amount of stuff I need just to do a frosting on top. So yeah, that's still way too fluid. Let's take a little sticky poo here and create some swirls. So not too crazy, but I want a little bit of that brown in there and the light brown. There we go. You see how full this is? It is full. Probably over full. But we will fix that up in a bit. As soon as this starts to set up a bit, it will be able to do a little spoon design on it and then add some coffee beans to it. Maybe some mica on top or accent color. Yep. So I do have to do a few dishes. Unfortunately, that's all my life consists of is dishes. And we're going to give this a good spritz now with some alcohol. Settle on top. That's 99% alcohol, by the way. So we'll set this off to the side. Let it harden up a little bit so I can do a little design. And then I've got it ready. So right now I'm going to just wipe this so I can make my cherry almond soap. I think I'm going to have to go wash that. So you guys are going to have to excuse me because it's white soap. And I really don't want to have a stack of dishes. I just want to reuse what I did. And I need a new battery in that, by the way, in that little mini blender. Yeah, I need to wash my blender so I can come back and show you guys how to make cherry almond soap. Plus, I'm going to go on Soap Calculator and show you. I want to make about 8 ounces in total of frosting. And because I don't want to make a whole big batter, I just want to make 8 ounces of frosting, let it thicken up and it gives me the lye, how the breakdown of lye I need, the water I need, the soap calculator. I'll show you guys. I'll share my screen. Yuck. That is gross, Jeff. That is the grossest coffee you ever made. Ugh. Not a drop of sugar in it. Yuck. Can't even stand it. So if you guys give me about 5 minutes, I'll be right back. I'm just going to wash these out really quickly. They're super fast to clean. So bear with me. We want to make cherry almond soap. We could even make our Santa soap. All right, we're on the bowl. Me and my husband went team-wise, and we both cleaned up all these dishes real quick. So I can remake now, which I'm so excited about. But what I'm going to do, unfortunately, I can't handle using the lye in the house. I am going to stir my lye outside, if you guys don't mind, because it is very dangerous to use that in a home. I don't have a super well ventilated craft room here. I just have a fan blowing, and I just can't stand the fumes of the lye. So please bear with me while I just run quickly and stir it outside. Now, let's see how our coffee soap is. I might be able to, I think I have to change the battery in this. I think it's gone belly up. So let's put a new battery in because it doesn't stir anymore. And I don't throw my batteries in the garbage. We used to have battery pickup out on the curbside, and we no longer have battery pickup. They canceled it this year in our city. So, but there is a place at our city dump where we can just go, oh, I need 2 batteries. Oops. Thought it was 1. Okay. How did this go? Did it go that way? And this way, maybe? I think I put them in backwards. Yep, I think I did. So one goes one way. Nope. Oh, wow. Way better. Now it mixes. It sure uses batteries a lot. Listen to that. Now we have Peace in the Valley. Okay, that one's for fragrance. That one, I'm going to make sure it's dry, and I'm going to get this out of the way. And let's see how our coffee is. Look at that, it's settled. So I'm going to use a teaspoon. And I know I washed the teaspoon. Shoot, where is it? Where's my teaspoon? Dang it. Where are you? Those are tablespoons. I don't want a tablespoon. Jeff, can you bring me a teaspoon? Because I don't know what happened to it. I don't even see it here. And my desk is clean. I need a teaspoon. What color should I make that mica powder on top? Thank you. So I'm going to just use a teaspoon to go like this, just to make a little decoration on top. But I wanted to add a little bit of a mica powder on top, and I don't know what color to use. Because I want my coffee beans, well, you'll still see them anyway. So that's about as high top as it's going to get. I do have white pearl mica. Actually, I'm just going to put glitter on it. That's what I'm going to do. You'll just glitter it. So I'm going to sprinkle some coffee, ground coffee on it. So pretty. I'm going to spray it down with rubbing alcohol too. And I'm going to put some coffee beans on top. just for decoration. I mean, when you wash your hands with this soap, the coffee beans will probably wash out. Where don't I have any? Right there, right there. There. I think that's super pretty. And I'm just going to push down these coffee beans so they stay in the soap. That's all I'm doing. Give them a little push in, not a lot, just a little, so they stay in and they don't fall out when I cut the soap. And that is it to my soap for this one, coffee. And let's put some glitter on it and sparkle it up a little. Let's throw some rubbing alcohol on that. And let's glitter her up. Ooh, that's pretty. That helped a lot. So there's the silver one. I want to put gold because gold and brown seem to go together very well. Where's my gold? Right here. And then I'll show you it up close. Yeah, I really like it with the gold. This really adds some color to it. You probably can see that already in the camera, how beautiful that looks. There. That is pretty. Give it a spritz. Get the wipe down. I don't have gloves on, so I gotta be careful till I put my gloves on. Just want to wipe all the edges off. Keep things nice and neat. And I think my soap is going to harden up perfectly. We will tell tomorrow. There we go. So cute. Now I'll give you a close-up of the coffee soap. You can see the gold, the glitter. It's not a super high top. See? It's perfect. Okay. Now, let's toss this over here on my cooling racks. It's already starting to heat up. That's a good sign. And I'm going to stick some gloves on. I had to get new ones because the other ones got full of water. Now, before I go any further, actually, I want to go into share the screen and show you how I'm going to do my frosting. Okay, so let me move some stuff because I got to bring my computer up here closer so I can share screen. So let me go to, where's, that looks awesome. Hi, Jan. Hi, sister. All right, I'm going to share screen with you guys. Let's see how this works. Your entire screen. Yes. Share audio. Share. Would you like to share? Entire screen. Share. Okay, I got it. So I got to bring my computer a little bit closer because I need to type in stuff and I can't reach it. It's on the other side of my desk here. Okay, probably going to knock my camera off, which I'm famous for. All right. Now, okay, now you go into this program. Actually, let me get here. You go up here to Google. Okay. Whoopsies, I really mucked up. Am I still, can you go see if this is still fine? Share screen. Don't show this again. Share entire screen. Share audio. Share. Okay, can you guys see my screen now?
Good to me.
What?
Looks good to me.
Okay, so let's go to Soap Cal. Can you see this? Let me know if I'm not showing anything. So I typed in Google soap calculator, and this is the soap calculator. It's totally awesome. So can you guys see that, Jeff?
It's back on. Okay, yes, now I can see.
Okay. Now, when you go in this, it's automatically showing me pounds. So I'm using NaOH. That's the type of lye I'm using, which is just regular lye. KOH is a different lye, and I don't use that. Up here, I change it to ounces. I want to make 8 ounces of frosting. That should be enough. I want to go over here. Now it says water as percent of oil. It says 38, but you can change that to drop it down to like 35, which will harden your bar. And then my lye concentration, I want it to be 35%. And super fat, I want it to be 0 because I don't want to add any super fats. I want my bar to harden. Now, here it gives you every single kind of oil possible. So all you're going to do is click on coconut oil. Mine's 76 degree coconut oil. I'm going to, whoops, that's not what I want. Get rid of that. It moved on me. I want coconut oil, 76 degree, and I want it to be 35%. I want canola oil, and canola is in here. Canola oil, double click it. I want that to be 35%. We'll add, let's add our avocado oil, I mean, sorry. Let's add avocado oil. We want that to be 5%. I could even add beeswax if I wanted to, but I'm not going to. Let's go to our shea butter down here. shea butter. We want that to be 8%. And our, what's that other butter? I have shea butter. I have palm oil. Palm oil is up here. In here, palm kernel oil, which is exactly what I'm using. Oh, geez. Why does this move on me? Palm kernel oil. We want that to be 7%. Let's go up here to cocoa butter. We want that to be 5. And what have we got so far? We have 70, 88, 95. We're missing something. What am I missing? Oh, castor oil. And our castor oil has to be 5%. So if you add up all these totals, this has to total 100%. So down here, you're going to say calculate recipe, because I've done everything now. I've added all my oils. I added the percentages. You can add whatever oil you want. 35% lye. The fragrance it'll give you, it just does everything. See, right now it's not calculating anything. So let's go calculate recipe. Look at that. 100% it's total. So now up here you go to view or print recipe. So you clicked view, and there is my recipe. So now I need 2.23 ounces of water, 1.20 ounces of lye, and it's got your fragrance. I've got 0 super fats in here because I want this to be hard, because I want it to be a frosting. So you want the frosting to be nice and thick. So up here, if you want to keep this recipe, I'm going to print it. Hit print, and it's going to print my recipe out for me, and I can laminate it. So I'll have my frosting recipe. I've got my soap recipe, and I think it's going to work out pretty good because these recipes seem really, really sweet. So what's going on? Oh, there goes my printer. So let's put everything.
I think your mic is muted.
Okay, so that's back. Let's stop sharing screen. Let's go back to our regular scheduled program. What's going on here? We want this one. This one. This one. There we go. All right, so I just need to fix my camera a wee bit, and look at that. We're right back to where we are. Okay. So here is my recipe. Here is the hardness, which is 29 to 54, 38, cleansing 23. It's just one above. Conditioning is 56. It's there. The bubbly is there, 28. The creamy. Everything is staying within range of these numbers. So that's what you really want to watch for. So let's go make another batch. Let's do her. Let's get her done. Jeff, can you go get my other, actually, I'm going to go get it because I'll be right back. I'm going to actually keep this recipe because I did not save this to my coat. You can save your recipes to the soap calculator, and I didn't do that. I just X'd out of it. So I will laminate this and keep this as my frosting. And up here, you can write up there that this is your frosting recipe. You can do whatever you want. But I'm just going to put this off to the side because I don't really need that right now until I make the, I'm going to measure out all the oils together. So my frosting and that, and I'll have everything all prepped. And that way I just have to make my frosting and let it set up a little bit. And then we can make cherry almond. So cherry almond, I have actually chocolate covered cherries. I got from the bulk store, and I bought enough to put in the centers of my frosted soaps. So these are actually real chocolate covered cherries. So I got enough of those. And then I got some slivered almonds. So I'm going to grind up some of these almonds with some golden flax seeds. So I'm going to put the two of them together so I can have a nice color to go on top of my soap. And I also am going to add to my soap cherry fig tea leaves. So I got these from the bulk store as well. And you can see it's nice, big. Oh my gosh, it's just beautiful. Cherry, probably from a cherry tree. I don't know. But these are tea leaves. Smells good. Imagine that in a cup of tea. So this is called cherry fig tea. And you can buy them in bulk. You can buy all kinds of teas in bulk. So I thought I'd stick with the cherry themes since, you know, we've got cherry on our minds. So yeah, I'm going to grind up some almonds to sprinkle on the top of it. And I'm going to grind up some flaxseed. I might use a darker flaxseed. Yeah, I think I'll use the darker one. This one's the golden. I don't know. We'll see what they look like. We shall see. Let's get these out of our way right now because I need to have some room to put my oils. I'm going to go get my other kitchen scale because I don't like that brambleberry one. It's not precise enough. And the other one I use for measuring our our hot tub chemicals. So I'm just going to go get it. I'll be right back. Gives me a minute. I got to clean it up because it's got stuff spilled on it. So forgive me. Okay, I can't get that rust stain off because we sit the calc on top. But I like this scale better, and it's automatically in ounces. So I like that. All right, so let's start with our soap. Let's get this on here. Let's tear that out. Perfect. See, it doesn't do what that other one does. The other one goes to -4, -17. It's kind of frustrating, to be honest. All right, so let's use our coconut oil, and grab a spoon. And we need, according to my recipe, we need 11.55 ounces. I'm just going to sit that there for now. So I'm going to have to get my other container of coconut oil because this one here is empty now. Pretty much. See if I can scrape out every single last ounce of cocoa butter or coconut oil. Sure, why not? I have to grab my new one. And that's good because I get to use this pail and I could mix my stuff right in that pail. My soap batters. That's the nice thing about these plastic containers. I could reuse them. Recycle. Hey. Oh, hey. Can you all hear me okay? Oh my God, I'm not live anymore. Shit. Jeff, I'm not live anymore, am I? How come it says go live? I lost everybody. Sorry about that. See, this StreamYard really screwed me up. I don't know. Did you guys get to see the soap calculator recipe? If you're all in chat and you can hear me, please let me know. Because for some reason my video paused. I feel stupid. This is not like the old Google Hangout. All right. I got to go get my other tub of coconut oil. And I don't know if anyone can see me. I can see and hear you. Did you guys miss the soap calculator where I shared screen? Can you let me know if you did? I'm really sorry about that. Ugh. I'm just opening up a new coconut oil. Yeah, you are. You saw it? Okay. All right. Thank you, Tracy. At least you didn't miss that. I don't know how I paused this video, but I managed. I don't know what I did. Okay, so we got a fresh tub of coconut oil. All right. We have 5 ounces. Oops. We have, oh, the scale shut off. Darn it. No, I lost my thing. Okay, that sucks. Now I got to dump all this out. Dang it. I took too long and my scale shut off. So let's just re-tear it. Oh, jeez. I shut it off instead of teared it. Put that on, tear it. There we go. Let's start again. And I got a coffee grind in there, which I don't want in my cherry soap. There we go. This scale is way better. 6 ounces. 7, 8. I need 11.5. 11.2. 4, 5. And that little bit makes 5.55. Okay, so now we can put the lid back on this. Wipe my greasy hands because this stuff is very greasy. All right. Now, let's tear it out. And let's add our palm kernel oil. Oh, shoot. Never mind. I'll do them all together. And that we need 2.64. So let's add 2.64. Ooh, that's 3. 2.7. 2.7. Wow. There we go. 2.6. So I'm just going to leave these butters here because I need to make them for the frosting. So let's tear that out. And let's get our next oil, which is shea butter. Where's the opening? Right here. And we need 2.64 of this. No, shea butter, we need 2.31. Two point zero. 2.1. 2.3. So I'm going to set this one here because I need it for the frosting. I'll just set the lid on that. And then we need our cocoa butter, which is 1.65. That's probably going to be too much. Yeah, that's what I thought. I don't know if I could break this with a spoon. Oh, this is super hard. Let's try that. 1.5. Oh, darn it. That fell on the floor. I'm not going to pick that up. I need 1.65. So I need very little amount. 1.6. There we go. So I'm going to need this for the frosting anyway. So I'll keep these little itsy bits. All right. So that's our hard oils for our soap. We'll put this over here. Now we're going to mix our frosting one. Let me wipe my hands off a little. And we'll use our frosting recipe. So let's turn that off and back on in a minute. See, I'm going to reuse the tub from one of my, this was coconut oil. This was a smaller one. Turn it on. Put that on there. Let's tear that out. All right, let's add, while we're here, we'll just add. So my recipe calls for, now this is different. Cocoa butter, it calls for 0.4. So that ain't a whole lot. Two, 3, 3. Not a whole lot. And it's 440 exactly. Okay, So that's it for that. For this one here, which is the shea butter gets 0.64. So let's tear that out. 0.64. 0.5. Doesn't seem like a lot because it isn't a lot, but it's just a frosting. There we go. Now we could close this up. And for our palm kernel oil, it says peach. Oops, 0.56. It's still the same amount. It should have said, I should have clicked on palm. So 0.56. So let's tear it out. 3, 5, and then a little bit. There we go. Okay. Now, coconut oil. We need 2.8 ounces. Tear that out. So I need 2. We have 0.9. 2.1. We need 2.8. So we just want to go easy here. 5, 6, 7. Another little piece. 8. Perfect. All right. We are good with our hard oils for our frosting now. That's it for the hards, for both. Okay. All right, so I'm just going to put that over there. Now, I'm going to wipe up this cocoa butter, because it's very slimy and greasy. We don't need any accidents at all. Okay, now we're going to do our soft oils, our liquid oils, whatever you want to call them. Let's turn that off. Let's start with this one, the big one. Turn this off. And let's tear that out. So the first is our canola, 11.55. Oh, 11.5. Why is it only reading 11.5 and not giving me the 5.5? Okay, tear that out. And castor oil is, where's the one I had open right here? Castor oil is 1.65. There's 1. 3. Okay, that one's done. I do have larger bottles of this, but I want to use up these ones I bought when I was going to make soap last week, and I didn't have my castor oil in. 1.65 right there. Okay, So there's the castor oil. And lastly, our avocado oil, which we need to tear that out. And our avocado oil, we need 1.65 as well. There we go. So there's our liquid oils. So we are going to add our coconut to that and our kaolin clay. All right, now we need to mix one for our our little baby right there. So actually, I'm going to add the coconut right now. Let's get this teared out. And I'm going to add 2 ounces of coconut oil. And there we go. There's my 2 ounces. We will add kaolin clay to that. Let's tear this off. So on our baby recipe, canola oil, we need 2.8 ounces. 2.8 ounces. Four, 5, 6, 7, 8. For our avocado oil, we need 0.4. So you just want to pour this very carefully because 0.4 will come up pretty quick. There we go. And the castor oil is 0.4 as well. Oops, that's not the open one. This one is 0.4. And this weighs heavier too, castor oil. Okay, and we'll add about 0.5 of coconut milk. So I will take 0.5 away from the water. There we go. Done deal. So these 2 oils are done. Let's add our kaolin clay. So I'm just going to add a wee bit to that and 2 heaps to this soap. The kaolin clay is really good for your skin. Very, very good for it. There we go. All right. Let's measure out our cherry almond oil, a fragrance, while we're here. Now, this one here, I need to check to see if there is any vanilla in cherry almond. Yes, 3.80. 3.80. Oh boy. Okay, so I am definitely going to add vanilla stabilizer to this because I do not want this to discolor my soap. I don't want brown soap. Hi, Paula. How are you? So this here says use 1 part vanilla stabilizer to 2 parts of fragrance oils. So what does that mean? So 2 ounces, 2.4 ounces, I would need 1.2 ounces of vanilla stabilizer in this. All right. Oh my God, this stuff smells so good. Cherry almond. Oh, it did? Oh, my last butterfly hatched. Where is it? What? Okay, bring it in here so I can show it. My last butterfly has hatched. So we want 2.4. not quite 2.4 because that's all of the cherry almond I've got. All right, and the vanilla stabilizer, we want 1 ounce. So this will prevent my soap from discoloring. And this is made for cold processed soap. I did purchase this from our company in Canada. Okay. It's from Windy Point, vanilla stabilizer for cold processed soap. See? And we are zooming in and out. Let's get that fixed. Sorry, guys, I forgot that just kicked me off when I lost my camera. No more zooming in and out. All right. Garbage in garbage. So that's for the soap. Now for my frosting, which I absolutely want that to stay white, we will add 1 ounce. Let's tear that out. Actually, I'm going to have to share the frosting that because I don't have any more cherry almond. Yeah, we're good. I'll put a little. I'll save a little bit of that for the frosting. All right, I got to get moving here because it says to use this within 15 minutes. So I believe we have everything weighed out. All right, let's move our soaps. We're good. And now we need to make lye solution. And this is where I need to put on my goggles. Yep. And my mask. And you should actually have long sleeves on for this, but I don't. I never wear long sleeves. I can't stand to be hot. Bring my butterfly here before I do this. Oh, guys, look, my last butterfly has just finally hatched. Look at it, the monarch. And it's another female. Aw, the wings are very soft right now. So we have to wait for this baby to, Jeff's going to go put it outside. And when the wings are strong enough and big enough, this was my last baby. All right, you can stick that out in the plant and let her hatch. So cute. Okay, let's mix our water. So I used coconut milk, remember that? So now I need to reduce my water to 6. The water is 896. I have to reduce it down to, actually I'm going to use the other scale because it's more precise than that one when it wants to work. All right, let's do this. Let's tare it. So I need 6.96 of water. Oh, went a little over 6.96. Not that much. Still too much. What? Still too much. 6.91. 6.96. There we go. So that's for the one. And I need this. And I need to tare it. And for the frosting, we need 2.23. So I used 0.5. Off of that, I will need 1.8. 1.8. Is it exactly 2.3? I used 0.5, so I need 1.73. 1.73. Why don't this ever give me a normal reading? 1.66 it says. There we go, 1.73. I'm just going to leave that because I'm not going to fight with it. Okay, and this one, we need our lye. I'm actually going to see how much lye. Jeff, can you come and reach this? I ended up pushing it way too far back and I can't reach it. See up there? That lye bottle, I tried to reach it. My fingers just pushed it back more. How much is in there? Oh, I don't have quite enough. So in that one, I need 4.83. I don't think this here is 4.83, but we will try it. Whoa. Don't want to fart around with that. Okay. So now I need the other stuff. It's almost 4.83, but not quite. So 4.83. That is too much. There we go. 4.83 on that. Let's tear this one. And for the baby soap, I need 1.20. Perfect. Right on the money. Okay. All right. Let's get her done. Okay. So we've got a little bit of lye spilt. Let's clean this up right away. All right. All right, done with the scales. Okay. Now, let's get our soap done. So let's mix our lye up with this. And I got to stir this until all those granulars are done. melted. And then we'll pour them in our oils. Our hard oils. Remember that, in your hard oils. Let that dissolve a little bit. And where's another one? Right here. I'm going to mix up this one for the frosting too. So this one is done, and it is scalding hot. And we're going to get it poured in here. Oh. Very carefully. And let's give this a little stir. And let it melt our butters. Same with this one, our frosting. Let it melt our butters too. And then I'm just going to set that to the side, let that one do its business. And this one here is going to melt. Look at how that made my fragrance go. Huh. I'm actually going to get that in here. I'm only going to use a little bit in there and the rest in there. Because it says to use within 15 minutes, I think. There. Let's give this a little stirry. Kaolin clay's in there. Coconut milk. Perfect. Now, I want to make some titanium dioxide, but I want to use the oils, these soft oils, and get it melted down. So I'm going to give this a little buzz. And I'm going to use some of this oil. Out of my one. And that's for titanium dioxide. And my frosting get everything incorporated, which is fine. Give this a stir. Give this a stir. Now my frosting is going to be two colors. It's going to be red and white. So I'm only going to make a little bit of that. And I need a little bit more because I need to mix red and white. There we go. Let's get those while the oils are melting. Let's get our colors here done. Okay. All right. red or white, I mean, and white. That's good. That. Okay. And I just use this spoon to stir this up. Oh, gross. That quite doesn't have enough oil in it. So I'm going to put a little bit more in. And I know this one definitely does. That one there I could definitely mix with the little mixer. This one is way too thick. The mixer won't even go through that. So let's use a little bit more oil. Probably didn't need that much, but hey. I want this stuff to melt because it leaves white marks in your soap if you don't get all the granulars buzzed. Oh yeah, my battery was dead. Perfect. I see a coffee grind in my soap. All right. I think these are mixed up pretty good. Very good. Okay, so here's that, and let's get this coffee bean out. How's that coming? So I'm going to use this spoon to kind of break up this butter a bit. And it won't break up, so we'll do it with the blender. That one's quite a biggie. Let's see. There we go. Get all these all blended. So they're really I don't want to see any specks of butter. All right. I've already gave this a buzz. I'm going to pour this in here, all my liquids, oils. all of everything out. There. Okay. Now we want this in here as well. We want nice white batter. Perfect. Want this to thicken up as well. So I want to throw some tea leaves in this. And this is cherry fig tea leaves. Maybe the blender will smack those down a bit. Get the tea off of my stick blender. And it's all over it from my hands. I don't want that in my my thing. Okay. Now I'll show you my embeds that I'm going to throw in there. And all they are is some cherries that I made, some nice red cherries, which we're going to spritz with some alcohol. Where is my alcohol? Right here. Whoops, dropped one. All right. Oh, nice and thick. Perfect. Jeff, can you come and rinse this off for me? Because I can't have tea leaves on it when I mix the frostings. So let's dump our cherries in there. This here, guy. Oops. Let me grab a mold. And this one we're going to frost it. Okay. Ooh. Yep, so my cherries are not going to all sink to the bottom. Oh. Oopsies. That was bright, wasn't it? It's going to be a little full because of the embeds, but the higher the soap, the better it is. Nothing wrong with that. Okay, let's bang this sucker down. I want to wipe off the edge. There we go. This one here, I don't have enough over there. That's there. Just making sure every crack and crevice is covered. And that looks pretty good. Thank you. Oh my God, that smells so good. Cherry almond. Okay, so we're gonna let this set up and we're gonna go make the frosting to put on top. We need a little bit more right in that corner there. There we go. There. Let's get this set aside and set it up and give it a little spritzy so we don't get soda ash. Get rid of this. My dishes. Just pile them all in one. I just love doing dishes. Not so much. All right. Let's clean up here. Let's check on these oils here. Ooh, they're pretty much almost completely dissolved. This one here, oh, I got a tea leaf in there now. Jeez. Don't want tea in here. Oh, I got tea leaves all over. All right, so I need my red. Wow, taking this mask off, it just makes me so hot. I need my red, real red thing. And I need another one of these. Not that it's going to give me very much. All right. I don't even know why I'm doing that, but it's better to dissolve it in some oil instead of right into your batter. Just makes it a little easier. It's very beautiful. That one's got a bit of tea leaves in it. That's not nice. Oh, well. It's not going to hurt anything. All right, let's mix up these oils. Where's that? Get this lid on here before I have an accident of red mica everywhere. don't need that. All right. It'll be kind of hard to mix this in this container. Cool. Let's get it poured. Our oil's in there. Okay, I'm just gonna pour them off in these little containers. So we want some red and we want some white. There we go. That's as good as it's going to get emptied. Okay. Let's add our red mica to that. Nice and red. Boy, that smells delicious. Whew. That. Get that white. Okay. Get that stirred. This one stirred. Oh, that's a pretty red. Gotta love that red. All right. Let's get the white mixed. Oh, yeah. Whoa, what am I doing? That looks pretty good. And it's going to thicken. It's already thickening up, which is beautiful. Get some of this white off before I shove it into the red. Leave that one there. Oh, jeez. What a fantastic blender. Well, that doesn't stay on very good. Okay, well, I'm taking it off anyway. And we'll peel off what we can. Now, I want these to be nice and thick, so they're piping consistency. They're well on the way, and they smell divine. Let's Smells so good. All right, put you there. Grab a paper towel. Let's wipe our hands. I'm gonna use I think that's thickening up beautiful. I love my frosting, but I need it way thicker than this. That's nice and white. I pray to God it stays white with the vanilla stabilizer. Who knows? Okay. Clean up on aisle 4. I'm going to grab a piping bag and a tip. Ooh. That looks so good, that frosting, or that soap. This is turning out nice and thick. It's already hardened. Ain't that cute? Ain't that deals? Okay. Let's grab this. My big frosting bag. I don't know which frosting tip I want. I kind of want this one. I'll go with that. This coupler, I guess. All right. I've made my choice. Hello. I forgot to put the coupler in. I'm famous for that. And let's put it upside down. Let's not. Put that on. And that. So I want to line my one side of my piping bag with red and line up one side of it with white. Ooh, perfect. Coming along. Look at that. Nice, thick frosting. This one's still a bit thin. I want it thicker. So we'll just give it a stir. And while that's doing that, let's grind up some almonds and flax seeds. And let's sit this over here. Put that back over there. How did we get liquid in there? Oh, not too sure what happened in there, but we'll clean it out. Must have dripped it in there. But I don't want any coffee grinds in it. Well, it's not really going to matter. It's for the topping. I don't even think you'll see a coffee grind, even if it was in there. There, I think we got it. Looks pretty good. Okay. All right. Put this in. Put almonds in here. Almonds and some golden flax seeds. So it looks like ground up almonds. And the lid. Looks pretty good. It's like an awful lot though. I don't think I'll be putting all that on this soap. So we can reserve some for our next almond soap. Okay, so it's very powdery. Nice. All right, let's see how our, oh, perfect. Okay, let's get this in here. So I'm going to need something skinny to get down in there. So I'm going to use one of these. All right. Let's do the same for the white. Get some white in there. Okay, we are good. Now I can put it in my cup. Where is my cup? Here, cup, right there. Okay, so now we can take out our big spatula and we can scoop a big amount in now of red and a big amount of white. Put all the rest of the red in. And all the rest of the white in. And that's that. There's our frosting. Get this picked up, put in there. Get my fingers wiped. that picked up. Don't end up on my arm. Okay. So let's get all of this pushed down. There we go. All right, let's pipe this baby and see how it turns out. We do need to soften the first layer with some rubbing alcohol so our frosting sticks. So I'm going to give this a little squirt and see. Ooh, beautiful. Okay. These ones need a wee bit more to bring them up to par with the next one over. These ones there. And I'm going to just fill in here where I think it needs it. And I really think 8 ounces was perfect amount for this. Ooh, waste not. Here, I'm just gonna use this to push it all down. Wipe this off my hands. I don't need to make more mess than what I have. Oh, jeez. I'm just filling in where I think there's little gaps. Oh my gosh, this smells so good. There. I think that looks pretty good. Okay, let's get it decorated. I'm just going to put a little bit of real stuff on top here. That's good. And then we're going to put an almond in each bar of soap. So where are my lines? Right there. So we'll put one there, one there, there, there. Eight, 9, 10. Now those are real cherries. Oops, didn't mean to push you down that far. I'm gonna push it back up. Okay, and then one side here, I'm gonna put some slivered almonds, I think. The soap is already thick, nice and hard. So I kind of have to push these in, get them to stay. Okay, that's that side. I'll stick a few more in. I don't think there's enough. There we go. And on this side, I'm going to do some sugar, sparkle sugar. Where did I put that? I didn't even grab it up. That's where it is. All right, right here. Okay. There we go. I'm going to give this a good spritz. And I'm going to put some glitter on it and call it done. Just want these almonds to stay in the soap. There's another one I could shove in there. There we go. All right, glitter. Which one? I'm going to use holographic one. Yep, let's use holographic. This cherry almond looks cool. Okay, you know what? I hate these holes, and I like to make them bigger because I don't like to sit here and play around all day long with glitter. There you go. That's how you get it out. That's the true meaning of glitter. I want them to stay on the cherries. Okay, that one is done. Done, done, done. Gonna wipe it down a wee bit. so I don't have so much mess when I take it out of the mold tomorrow. Push that one in. Push that one in. And da-dum. Don't want sharp corners. There we go. That is done. Cherry almond. I think they turned out beautiful. I think that's all I'll be making today. I don't feel like going and cleaning up all this mess right now again. So let me grab a piece of paper towel. So I can wipe up some of this mess. Sugared candies everywhere. And I'll bring my 2 soaps out. Gotta put all of the ties back on all of these. So there is cherry and fresh brewed coffee. And this one is already hot and heating up. So there's those 2 soaps. And then I'll show you the embeds I made for my peppermint bark and sweet cinnamon pumpkin. I love this one. Love it. So when I cut into that, you will see the red and white in the frosting of it. Really will. This coffee one, smells so good. It's French vanilla coffee with coffee beans. Fresh ground coffee beans. I'll show you the embeds for my next soap project. And Chase helped me make them. Cute Chase. So for my pumpkin one, I just made pumpkins. And then I'm just going to put these all over the top of the soap at the top. And then I'm going to pipe some green leaves on all of the pumpkins on top. So for my sweet cinnamon or my peppermint bark, I made Santa hats. And I made holly leaves and berries. I made snowflakes. And I made like a golden brown colored pine cones to go on the top of my Christmas soap. And this one is peppermint bark. And it's going to have a layer of red, layer of white, layer of black, layer of white, layer of red. And then on top, the Santa hats are going to go on the top. And it's going to look like a Santa. And I even made a buckle, but I haven't got quite finished cutting the buckle out. And I don't even know where I put those. Where are my buckles? They're in a black. I made black buckles to put on the soap once I cut it to make it look like a belt buckle. And I don't know where I put the black buckles. I just didn't get them all. Oh, I know where they are. They're in with my blueberries. So yeah, I made these black buckles. So I have to cut the squares out, and I just use an X-Acto knife for that to cut out these belt buckles. And then I have blueberries ready for my blueberry fragrance. I'm not sure when I'll get to that soap, but I want to get my Christmas ones done so I can sell them at my craft fair too. That's that. And that's everything today, guys. So thank you ever so much for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed watching me make from start to finish and learning how to use the soap calculator. That you have any questions, just leave them in the comments below. If you're not sure about something and you're trying to make soap and you need to know about the calculator, yeah, just leave a comment and I will answer your comment for you and help you out the best I know how. I'm not no pro at making soap, but I did do a lot of reading and video watching and studying and making sure I make the right things and get right in the oils. So thank you, ladies. Gents, have yourself a great rest of your day and God bless. Bye, everyone.